Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into some insights, drawing from sources like the Cloud Secure Tech blog. We're looking at IT security assessments and why they're just so critical right now.
Absolutely. And the sources, they really hit you with the reality straight away.
Yeah, this number, an attack happening, every 39 seconds on average?
Every 39 seconds. It's staggering when you actually process that.
It really is. And it kind of immediately tells you, doesn't it, that your basic firewall, your old antivirus, it's just not cutting it anymore.
Not against the kind of sophisticated threats we're seeing. No way. And what's really interesting is this shift in perspective, like from Infotech Solutions mentioning Brian Lager.
What shift is that?
Well, they argue that dealing with these constant threats isn't just a tech problem for the IT folks. It's framed as, a core business function. Needs real strategic thinking.
Ah, okay. So it's elevating it beyond just patching systems.
Exactly. It makes you ask, are you treating your digital security with that kind of strategic weight across the whole business?
That's a really important point, moving it from reactive to strategic. So, okay, if it's strategic and the attacks are nonstop, how do businesses actually, do security effectively?
And that's where these sources point directly to regular IT security assessments. That's the mechanism.
That's a practical step.
Yeah, they're described as these deep dives, not just surface scans. They look into your infrastructure, your apps, even the human side, trying to find those hidden vulnerabilities.
Hidden ones, okay. So what kinds of assessments are we talking about? The sources mention specifics.
They do. They break it down a bit. You've got vulnerability assessments first.
Okay.
Those are mostly automated scans looking for known weak spots, misconfigurations, that sort of thing.
Standard stuff.
Then you have penetration tests, pen tests.
The ethical hacking bit.
Right. Skilled folks simulating real attacks, seeing how far they can actually get in.
That sounds intense.
It can be. And finally, security audits. More about process, checking if policies and controls are actually, being followed.
So different tools for different jobs, basically. All aiming to find weak links.
Precisely. Each gives you a different angle on your security posture.
And doing this regularly, the benefits seem pretty significant, according to these sources, not just technical.
Oh, absolutely. A huge one is finding those weaknesses before the bad guys do. That proactive piece.
Makes sense.
The source really emphasizes how much this cuts down potential recovery costs later. Fixing a vulnerability is way, way cheaper than cleaning up after a breach.
Prevention versus cure, the classic argument. Much less disruption, too, I imagine.
Definitely. And then there's the whole compliance angle.
Right, regulations. They mentioned GDPR, IPA.
Exactly. For a lot of businesses, these assessments aren't just good practice, they're literally required. It's about showing you're doing your due diligence.
Okay, so cost savings, meeting regulations. What else?
Trust. It loops back to that strategic business idea. When customers know you're actively assessing and strengthening your security, it builds confidence, especially now, with data privacy being such a big deal.
That's a good point. Showing you're serious about protecting their data.
It's a powerful signal.
So, constant threats, strategic importance, specific assessment tools, and then clear benefits. Cost, compliance, trust. It really paints a picture.
It does, and I think the underlying message is really strong too.
It is.
That this isn't a one-off task. You can't just do an assessment and tick a box.
It needs to be ongoing.
Continuous.
Yeah.
Threats change, your systems change. So the sources stress regular assessments, maybe cycling through different types, as a constant safeguard.
Right, keeping pace with the changing landscape.
It's fundamental protection in today's world.
So the takeaway seems pretty clear then. Understanding your security weaknesses through these regular, thorough checks isn't just nice to have.
It's absolutely foundational.
Which leads to a final thought, really stemming from what these sources imply.
Yeah.
Well, if cybercriminals aren't waiting around, what does that mean for your approach to digital security, starting right now?
Something to definitely think about.